Which one would you rather have on your team? The person who comes with that work ethic, that raw ability just to grind it out, or the person who has the talent but is using the word you use, maybe a little bit lazy? Which one is easier to coach up?
I would hire a team full of people that excel on the intrinsic characteristic side versus the ones that have the established skill and knowledge. And here's the reason. And I'm not saying that skill and knowledge isn't important, it is. But to me, the intrinsics are the unteachables. Like who somebody is and how they're wired as a person, what motivates them is something that as a leader, it's very hard to move the needle on because if you have a team of 8 or you have a team of 20 or you have a team of 30 and you're trying to change somebody's ability to be curious, that's a really hard thing to move because the reason they're not curious is deeply embedded from nature nurture stuff that has happened throughout their life up until that point. And your ability to move that is going to be it's extraordinarily low. You're probably not going to move the dial much. Those are the unteachables. Like I classify those as the unteachables. You can, if you want to as an individual, you can make strides against it yourself, but you have to be willing to invest the time. On the other side, you have the skills and knowledge piece. Those are the teachable. Those are the things that you learn along the way. So you might have been taught the Sandler sales methodology. You might have been taught your sales process when you were working at Drift or Log Me In or Carbarus or Salesforce or Okta or wherever. You carry that training with you everywhere that you go. You have this experience, this knowledge, this skill to lean on. You may have sold in financial services or sold in healthcare. Like you take that with you. And depending on the role that you're being hired into, sometimes that matters. If you're going to a fintech company and you're
Yeah.
selling to people on the accounting team and you need to be able to speak their language, then that might be a prerequisite for people that you're hiring to come in with that knowledge so you don't have to teach it. But I look at it as if I can get a blank slate on skills and knowledge and I can bring somebody in who I know is just going to be a dog and has the characteristics to compete, we can train them on the rest. And that's why I think like the best companies out there have these programs where you can bring somebody in into an early level role. Maybe it's a small business closing role, maybe it's an SDR or BDR role, and then you can train them to become quota carrying AEs. If you have a system where you can bring people up through that, like we did at Lock Me In, we did it at Carbur's, we did it at Drift, it creates a really magical environment because now you have the right characteristics that you want in your sellers and the ones who are proving it with performance and developing the skills and knowledge they need to be successful.